Hey, Rush, I'm trying to get in touch with Miss Greer. She contacted me on SB, so other students. I got you twice, Jalen? Oh, Lord. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. Dang. Ugh.
All right.
Poor, that poor guy. All right. Let me see here. Oh, wait, man, he's back. Thought you just wanted to hang out with me, Jalen. No, okay. Let's see here. Yeah, I do have him.
I blocked her. That bitch ain't.
Whoa,
God.
whoa, whoa, whoa! Your mouth, Journey.
That wasn't
What?
me. It was
Okay,
people in my room.
I know. You should mute yourself. It's still recording, dear. Like,
Dang.
hey, it's gonna be other staff that listen to this. Be careful. She said it wasn't me. All right. You're on your laptop, Journey?
Yes. Would you stop?
Huh?
Yes. My laptop.
Okay. Give me a second, Rush. I'm trying to respond to Melody. This is where all the students
Oh,
like, I
you good?
can't
I
get
got
in. Okay. Supposed to be in class now, actually. Miss Greer, no. And here comes the wave, the rush. Emails from students. Oh, it's gonna take a couple of days to get this corrected. Okay, so did you receive
That's
the
sad
email?
how that team got defeated by the Super Bowl.
Oh, she talking about the Super Bowl.
oh.
Oh, what was sad, Journey? I was kicking it with my bros and the Nobles, and I saw that halftime show. It was not that great.
I know it sucked.
The whole Super Bowl wasn't great. It was okay. It looked like a regular Sunday game for real, for real.
Yeah, it wasn't nothing to be seen. Melody, look, sweetheart, you are absent. You were marked. I love it when students try to tell me what to do.
Jalen, let me get that big screen TV, man.
There ain't no big screen, but it's a decent
It
size.
look big. It
It's
look
a
big.
decent size
Don't it
though.
look big, Tyler? Like a big screen. It look like it's like at least like a 40 something inch, 50 inch almost.
I know. I'm a little jealous.
Yeah, that's it is, Jalen. You lying. That's a big screen, man.
You should be connecting your computer to that, and you
For
get a lot of
real.
work
Yeah,
done. I
No.
bet.
that's
Cause
my
Tyler, for real, cause I already seen that you connect the HDMI to this tablet, right? I mean to the
Mhm.
laptop and
Yes,
connect it
sir.
to the TV, it go right on there.
Yes, sir.
I got my Raspberry Pi
You about
connected
to give
to
me
it.
an idea, Tyler. I'm about to might do that.
Oh yeah. Okay.
You said you got the
Uh,
Raspberry Pi hooked up to it, Jalen?
I got my Raspberry Pi connected to it.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
I don't know if I can get my computer to it because I don't got no HDMI cord on this.
Oh yeah, you definitely need that if you want to connect it.
go back one because she's saying she was more absent. But was she in class? Terry, how are you complaining, young lady, and you ain't in class yet? She don't know her new schedule. That's the problem. Okay. She is like tearing my SB account up. Just saying. Okay, so it is 10:14, so you got a minute. I think I did my attendance correctly. Let me check one more time. Make sure everybody's here. Physics. Everybody should be opening up what is called Google Docs. We're going to be typing our assignment up. We're going to be using the kits again, but I got to make sure you guys can document your work correctly. And I start off every quarter with Google Docs, so we can type and see what's going on. Let's see here. I'm waiting for it to turn. It's 10:15. Okay, so I have to save this. All right, so 2 students present. I'm not surprised because it's the first day of classes. Thank you for those that showed up and give y'all a bit of extra credit for showing up for the first day of class. Let's see here. Journey, why you got your face covered? Something wrong.
So
No, I don't want to talk about
All right. You looking like a little ninja over there. Like, all right. Let's see here. So, let's do our. What is
that's a
it?
face mask.
It's a face mask. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's her version. I know
I
what's
thought
going on.
I thought that was her shirt though.
No, I'm saying like she using it as a face mask for some reason.
Okay. Okay. So first on the list would be Mr. Stuckey. Can you know the drill? Can you read the 5 basic norms, sir?
Yes, sir. No one has a right to hurt another person. Education and classmates are sacred. We will never hate. Never discredit ourselves, our school, our family. Our self-care self-worth. Students always act with integrity. We take pride in self-care and self-worth.
Thank you. You're a scholar and a gentleman. Miss Walls, can you read the 5 academic norms on the screen? Is she there? She's putting her bonnet on. Journey, do you hear me?
Jalen, read the other one too.
I guess so. Until Journey.
Go ahead, Jalen.
We respect the opinions of others. We respect the culture of the classroom. We attend and participate. We have foundations ourselves, our peers, and our teachers. We are here to focus on prayer and ourselves for second endeavors.
Awesome. Thank you for both. Journey, is your microphone working? Everything all right over there?
Yeah, I was distracted. What was supposed to read?
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna give you something else to read in a moment, but I just make sure you're okay. I'm gonna come to. And I'll let you know when, Journey. Give me a moment. I want to get through these announcements. So, of course, we have GGI and Townhouse every day. Please support it. There's life skills. There's opportunities for you all to get internships, apprenticeships, all sorts of different opportunities for you all. I think they even have what is called coats, and I'm not sure if they have boots or I'm not sure what they got, but they might have some of that stuff in stock. And then lastly, if you come to GGI, there's certain opportunities like this PlayStation 5. I keep putting this up here, but it seems like not a lot of people are PlayStation fans. I have an Xbox at home that I play.
I am.
Oh, you are? So you should be referring some students to our school, man, to get this.
I don't know about them if they want to come though. That's the thing.
You won't know until you try, fam. What do you want from me? Like, how you not gonna try?
I mean, I come to them and talk about, hey, join my school so I get this PS5.
Yes, and then y'all can all be in the crib playing the PS5. Yes, sir. You're right. Actually, if you can get enough people, he said, "No, okay,
I don't do that.
all right, okay." I'm just saying, it's February 12th when this. He said no. He said that quick. I was trying to convince him. So February 12th is the last day to enter this contest, from what I understand from Mr. Borders. So take advantage of it if you can. At least I wish I could afford a PlayStation 5, but I pay rent and child support, so I can't even get close to it. So I gotta stick with my old Xbox. We're gonna go into physics, and we're gonna talk about the objective for today. So, Journey, I need you to read the objective and the classroom term of the day, as well as word of the day. Do you see it there? Actually, doing something else again. Like Jalen got all the points. Journey, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Do you see the screen?
Yeah, it said classroom term of the day is average velocity. Word of the day, copious.
Copious. And then you read the objective there.
Evaluate the definition of average velocity with a respect of displacement and elapsed time.
Thank you. Okay. All right. So let's keep going. All right. Now, I'm going to exit out of here because we got to talk about today's assignment. So you should be in EDSB, and I'm trying to get Journey caught up in points. Listen, more students are messaging me. I'm trying to get stuff done, and y'all messaging me. Check your emails, get into class, everybody. Let me see if that's still true. Oh, good. Okay, so it's no new messages. That's just it was latent. All right, so we're in physics. You should be clicking on physics for quarter 3, all right? Your newest classes. If you click on the other class you had, you'll see the grade book is closed and there's nothing you can do there. It wouldn't even get a new assignment there. So make sure you're in your physics class for today. Now, let's come to it's the first assignment you should see, right? So I'm gonna grab this and let's see if Journey can read most of it so she can get points. And I'm gonna have Jalen read the second part. So Journey, for 20 points, So you guys rack up on points real quick. Need you to read that in the chat there.
Me?
No, Journey first. Then I'm gonna have you read the second part.
All right.
Hello and good day to all. Is it physicists?
It is physicists. Yes, ma'am.
Physicists. Synchronous problems are done in class. Asynchronous problems are completed at home. An athlete sprints 71.3 meters in 6.87 seconds, stops, and then walks slowly back to the starting line in 12.8 seconds. If the direction of the sprint is taken to a positive, what are A, the average sprint velocity, and B, the average of walking velocity?
Thank you, Journey. All right, so next would be Mr. Stucky. Let me grab this from the chat. And put that here. You got it. You see it there, sir? You're reading from 2A down to Zen.
An athlete sprints 92.4 meters in 8.49 seconds, stops, and then walks slowly back to the starting line in 29.6 seconds. If the direction of the sprint is taken to be positive, what are A, the average sprint velocity, and B, the average walking velocity? You will need to type the steps towards the answer in Google Docs and also download the PDF version to be uploaded, submitted to Esme for grading. Stay warm and out there. Staying warm out there and then.
Okay, that's great, man. Thank you. So next is we're gonna do the problem. So I think you can see my screen. I want you to make 2 screens. Now here's how you do that. If I go here, you'll notice that let me move this out the way. This is from last class. Jalen saw this already, but we're gonna create 2 screens, one window. And you can do this from your laptop if you're on this. So I say you're on your laptop or your cell phone. It'd be hard if you're on your dang laptop. Move this out the way. What happens is you can actually resize it. And I've been explaining this to staff, my son, everybody. You have a lot of tabs you can't resize easily. And then it slows down the computer too. So if you want to keep on having headaches with your computer, have a lot of tabs open. See what it does for you. You're going to need to reboot your computer because it's going to overheat. Each tab has a certain amount of processing speed for the computer. I don't know if you knew that. So you got several tabs or several YouTubes open. Yeah, the computer's going to burn up and it's going to be like, I need to reboot. It's going to go to sleep on you. Kind of like somebody putting a ton of books on your back and be like, now walk. It's going to hurt, right? So be mindful of that. But if you have this space here, we can double click here and it'll resize. And you can just grab the sides of the screen and stretch it out by clicking and dragging. So make sure you set up 2 screens. I'm trying to make sure this week students know how to get around Google and use their computer effectively. And when I give you assignments, you're going to want to have Edsby open on one screen so you can take the problems and put it into Google Docs. Okay. So first things first, make sure you're logged into your Gmail account. Please use a Gmail account, not a Yahoo, not a Hotmail, a Gmail account, because you need access to what's called Google Apps for now. So I'm gonna click on my name and go to my Camelot account because that's the one I use. CPS is for when I want to find out what CPS wants me to do with you guys and how to make you better. But use your most recent account, especially the accounts you're using to get into this classroom, because it's a Google Meet room. So you need to have at least a Gmail account or it won't work sometimes. Now, the next thing is once you're signed into your Gmail account, you want to click on this 9-box icon, and it's Google Apps. You click there, and then the next thing is I'm going to come down to Docs for documents. We're about to type up a document, everybody. So Docs. A second to load. And then, of course, you're going to open a blank document. All right. So the first thing we do is we name our document. I hope everybody's following along what I'm doing because you'll get lost in the sauce real quick. So let's go to Untitled Document. You double click up here because you got to name your document. This is very important because a lot of you all are going to be like, I don't know where my document went. And it'll be on your Google Drive, but you'll have, if you didn't name your document, like 1,000 untitled documents. And it'll be hard for you to figure out what you did that day, especially when we have quizzes and you can use your notes on the quiz, your Google Drive. But if you didn't name the document because you were being lazy or you were cutting corners, you get a lot of stuff mixed up, and then it's going to be hard for you on quiz day. I think Jalen's seen this before with me. You have your documents in order. Yeah, he's nodding. Yeah, you got your documents in order. Fridays are super easy. So documentation. Make sure your documentation's on point because it can save your life, especially if you're doing your taxes and the IRS says you owe us money. You got your documentation. You're like, no, I don't. And you can prove it. Okay, I'm just trying to teach you something for life. Now, what do we do here? First thing we want to do is name our document, right? So what is our document name? It's going to be due now. If you're typing with me, you should all be starting your own Google Doc. And then after due now, dash the date. The reason I do that is because you be like, I'm writing the date twice, Mr. Tyler. The reason you do that, there's Miss Greer. See, you didn't fall asleep, didn't oversleep. I mean, I got to go back into attendance. She just arrived. Are you there, Miss Greer? I just see a red background. Or are you doing that on purpose? Oh, okay, you're trying to hide your face. Okay. And by the way, I do know you do work. I wasn't saying you weren't going to do no work. But you didn't understand your class starts actually right now. she just messaged me, Rush. She wrote me a novel. Okay, so let me mark her present. She wrote a whole book in my message board. So let's keep going. Ms. Gray, you want to try to get into Google Docs so you can keep up with us as we do this assignment. Let's see here. Looks like she's on her cell phone, maybe though. It's gonna be kind of tough. If you're on your cell phone, Ms. Greer, you're gonna need to put Google Docs on your phone until you get a computer. Let's see here. So we're gonna type in due now, and today's date is the 8th, right? I messed that up when I saw her log in. And then 2 for February 2021. We're moving out in this year, 2021. We're already in February. So we're surviving Mr. COVID, as Ortiz would say, Mr. COVID. So now we're going to type our name. I'm going to type my name, but don't type my name, type yours. I think that's kind of obvious, right? So my name is Mike Tyler. You would type your name here, right? Where's my mouse at? Okay, here we go. Come here, you. There we go. You're blinking. I was like, what's wrong with you? So you're going to type your name. And then next, you're going to type the date again because this is your signature line. Okay. So first thing we did is we named our document. Now we're making our signature line. So what is the date? Again, it's the 8th. I hope you're typing all this, Jalen. You're over there cracking up laughing. It's not going to be funny. You're going to turn something in at 8. So you should be typing like I'm typing. Let's see here. We got the period. So this is period. Second. And the name of the class. Yes, you have to type all that before somebody asks me, do I got to type all that? Yes, you do. And I type a little bit faster than all of you, so I hope you're keeping up because you're going to be like, go back, slow down. Come on, get it done. I don't want nobody calling me talking about why my child failing. Make yourself look good. So next is a title. You come over here to Edsby. I got my screen set up, right? That's why I said be on a computer if you can. You can size your screens and you could take the information from one to the other. We already read through the problem. So in Edsby, the name is Due Now Sprint Training. So I'm going to take this from Edsby and you can copy and paste it over. And yes, I will be putting the notes in the chat. So the name of this document is Sprint Training. And you center it. Yes, Mr. Tyler is very petty about physics. It's one of my loves. Physics is one of the subjects that helped me understand math better because as a young black man in college, and even in high school, I couldn't stand mathematics. It didn't take until physics and I saw applications and things I was able to do that I began to like math so much, right? So anyway, do the things the same way I'm doing it. So I'm going to zoom in so you all can see better. So you should have this much typed up so far. Okay. Next part of the course is your exit slip. So let's type that in. We're going to revisit our exit slip by revisiting our objective one more time. What is the exit slip? That is composed of your classroom term of the day. And everybody, this video will be available later on today. Classroom term of the day is, and word of the day, this is the school-wide word of the day, is. So what do we got? Let's go back and look at that. And I will be putting these slides in the chat too in a moment. So you can always review it in case you forgot what the exit slip was or what the objective was. So what is that? What is our objective for today? Because we're getting into the problem, so I got to revisit it one more time. We got one more time after this, though. So it's 3 times per day that we talk about the objective. Let's see here. Miss Greer, you just arrived. Can you read the objective and the word and classroom term of the day on the screen? Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It says today's objective. S SWBAT.
Students will be able to
Elevate the definition of average velocity with respect to displacement and elapsed time.
Very good. And the other word was evaluate. Very good. And then can you read the you see right there it says classroom term and stuff. Can you read all that?
Yeah, classroom terms of the day is average velocity, and words of the day is
Copious.
copious.
Very good. All right, so that's 30 points. Let me write that down. All right, so we're going to revisit that one more time. There's another 30-point opportunity for someone else because she already read it, but we'll come back to that after we at least get some of this work done for the problem. All right, so let's power through it, right? We're here so far. Now we need to, and you can take it from the chat or you can take it from ESB. If you need me to put it in the chat again, I will. The questions. So we're in ESB, and the questions are, you come out of this because I wanted to grab that. Before we do the questions, I got to give you the exit slip terms, right? And she already said them when she read it. So the first one is in the brackets. If you ever get confused about what the word of the day was for the classroom term itself, they're usually in brackets when I post the assignment, and that's average velocity. So let me grab that first. And that's one of the terms you need for your exit slip. So classroom term of the day is average velocity, right? The word of the day, which is throughout the school, that's what Ms. Greer just mentioned, is copious. Okay. Thank you, Google, for the assist. Just threw me a basketball. Like, you meant to say this, right, Tyler? I'm like, yeah, I did. So next, we need the actual questions. Now, I don't know if you remember, it was read out loud that you have 2 types of problems. One you do in class with us that I'm going to do all the steps for. The other one you will be doing on your own, and it's called asynchronous. Not sure if you're aware, but computer science and physics students, they have what is called asynchronous days, meaning you'll come, check in class, I'll tell you, we'll go through our norms, I'll tell you what we're going to do, and then once you understand what you need to do for that hour, you will be able to dismiss, but I'll still be in the classroom in case you have questions. In college, these are called office hours. So take advantage of your asynchronous days correctly. Don't come into class and be like, all right, he dismissed us, I ain't got to do nothing. Because that's gonna be your failure. Because that is the time for you to log off from me, not hear me lecture you all day, and work on what you may not have done. All right. And if you're not sure what you got to do, those are the days where you could ask me, what do I have to do still to get my grade up? Don't use those days incorrectly. All right. Now, the question, right? We're going to work on 1S. And we're going to grab both of them because you still got to do 2A, which is asynchronous, on your own. If you notice, let me just recycle this. If you notice, both of the questions are similar. So I'm not giving you anything that's strange. I'm actually giving you the questions that give you 2 questions that are similar. One I do with you, hint, hint, I do, that's teacher speak. The other one is a gradual release. You do it on your own, and you won't be successful on these quizzes because a lot of my quizzes will have the asynchronous problems, right? Where did Jalen go? Uh-oh. I hope he's not having an internet issue. All right, I hope he can catch up too. So look, the first question we're going to grab is this. I hope Jalen comes back. He disappeared on me. I'm gonna grab this question here from Edsby, everybody. I also put it in the chat earlier. So let's grab it. I'm gonna copy it over to my document. I'm gonna paste it right here, and that's our first question we're gonna tackle. Okay. Now listen, there are a lot of steps. Don't get lost. If you can, type as much as you can with me. And if there's any notes you need to put in the chat, I will. But if you're just copying and pasting, I have to warn students, if you're just copying and pasting my notes and trying to get credit, by the time the quiz on Friday comes around, you're going to be like, oh my God, where does this problem come from? That's the homework problem or the asynchronous problem you just didn't even try. Because what I've seen last quarter is students were real good at all the synchronous problems, the I do problems. What I need to make sure is you understand the material by you doing it on your own. There's Jalen. He's back. You had an internet issue, man?
Yep.
Okay. Well, you're back, though.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So all I was saying is copy the problem over, Jalen. This is the only part you miss. Over to Edsby. I mean, from Edsby over to your Google Doc. All right. So you should, if you have been following, have as much as I've typed up in your own way, right? You should have your name, date, period number, the title, sprint training. Everybody should have this. Exit slip. And the exit slip is not done. You guys know this has to have a definition, right? For each. Put define here. That doesn't mean you type define and that's the definition. No, you need to look those words up and know what they mean and type it in there to get the 25 points. That's your exit slip for every day. So define. All right. So
the exit slip, we write both of the definitions by the exit slip.
right. You see where I have it at, Journey?
Yeah.
So you're gonna, where it says define, you're gonna type the definition that you find. For both of those words, that's the exit slip, 25 points. Please take advantage of these points I'm giving out. Okay, so the problem, because it's 10:37 and I got a lot to talk about. You come over here and boom. So what do we got? Well, the first thing you need to know is a definition. And the definition you need to know is a definition of average velocity. Right? We talked about that, right? In our exit slip, average velocity. So what is average velocity? Anybody know? Anybody look it up? Doesn't give out 10 points for it. Wait 30 seconds to see if anybody wants those points. And y'all got Google. You can look these things up real quickly. Nobody wants the 10 points? Nobody? Right. I guess I should just type out what it is. So average velocity
of an object is total.
Hold on.
Too many people at once. What happened?
The total discipline divided by the total time taken.
She got it. You said total. I think you meant to say displacement, right?
Yeah.
You got it. You got it. You got it, though. She got the 10 points. I'm sorry, Jalen. You didn't move fast enough, man. Almost. But y'all can get these points in class if you're paying attention. Because I ask questions, I give you multiple opportunities to pass. So all you got to do is open the tab up and look up what the word means. Especially if I asked you. And I don't know. She did good on that one. So she got her the 10 points. Now, the definition is like she said, if you see my screen, average velocity is equal to, what did she say? Displacement divided by elapsed time. Okay. Center that. We center all our notes because what you're going to see is we have a lot of definitions to understand first. So I'm going to center this. It's 10:39, so I got to move out. Now, what is each of these measured in? That's the next part. Well, all right, we know average velocity, and take notes on this, everybody, because this has to go into your Google Doc. I hope you're typing with me. Meters per second. That's how average velocity is measured, everybody. Okay. If I ask Jalen, how much do you weigh? He's going to say such and such pounds. That's a dimension. That's a measurement. Now, average velocity is measured in meters per second. Displacement is measured in, guess what? Meters only. And seconds is, time. I kind of gave it away. Time is measured in seconds. Move on. How do we write this mathematically? This is where things get tricky for students because, yes, you have to mathematically type things the way I do. So I hope you're paying attention to what I do and do what I do the same way. So average velocity is written as V, A, V, right? And then it's subscript. So I'm going to highlight the AV part. And then I'm going to come to format and superscript. Okay, got to turn it off after you do that. Has to be written the same way in math. I'm sorry, you leave my class, you can't be like, I got out of college class, and you have work that don't look like it's math. You know, I'm gonna be like, I don't know what that kid's talking about. You check the grades. I think they might have got a D or F. I don't think that's what I taught them. So look, VAV is what you need. I'm gonna zoom in some more because maybe you can't see that. Everybody see how I wrote that, right?
No, I was just gonna ask how you get the little bitty letters.
Let me go back again. The little bitty letters. Okay, it's called subscript. So I'm gonna go back. So VAV is what you type, right? And then I'm gonna highlight. Do you see what I'm doing?
Yeah.
I'll highlight AV, and I'm gonna come up here to format, text, and subscript. So format, text, and subscript, if you see that. And it'll drop it down to subscript. Okay, does that help? Once you're done, you press the right arrow key, so you can deselect it, and then you click on what is the same process, format and subscript. You got to turn it off because it'll keep writing in subscript. If you don't turn it off, it's going to give you a headache. So I turned it off, space equals, and what else do we have? Well, we got to give the rest of the definition. So to do displacement, the mathematical operator is known as delta. Now you're going to be like, that's a triangle. No, it's called delta. It's a Greek letter. So you would go to insert. I hope everybody's paying attention. Come down to your special characters. And you'll type in, make sure you first select math right here where it says arrows. Once you select math, it'll give you all the mathematical operators you need to type a report. So next, I'm going to click on delta, type in delta, and there you have it. That means change in. Okay. So I'm still going. There's some more notes we got to do because delta has an inside meaning besides what you see there. So let's see here. I'm going to close this. And that's what it looks like. Now this is delta x for displacement. This is divided by what? Well, we need delta again because we need change in time, or delta t. I'll copy this, put that there, and put t. Now we got to go further because we got to talk about what delta means. Okay, so delta simply means final minus initial. So let's rewrite this. So instead of delta, I'm going to put what it actually means inside of the delta. Now, I'm going to replace this with, yes, you need all these notes before y'all ask me. So it's going to be xf minus xi. You can't write it that way. You got to subscript both of them. So take some time and do it with me. So I'm going to highlight the I. I'm going to format text, subscript, and then F. I know y'all going to be like, this is doing too much, Mr. Tyler. No. When you get in the real world, if you don't do this much, they won't pay you because they're going to be like, you being lazy. These are mathematical operations. You have to type them the same way, everybody. So I'm going to highlight the F. I'm going to go to format, text, and subscript. Okay. So this, in essence, is what it means to do a delta, final minus initial. Another place you see delta is in slope functions. So I'm going to come over here and turn this off so I can put parentheses around this because that's what goes on the top. So parentheses, and then come over here, parentheses. And now what do you think delta t is going to be? Almost the same thing, right? So I'm going to grab this. And what it becomes is final minus initial. So that's TF for final time minus initial time. So I'm going to grab this and come over here and edit it. I don't think we're going to have to carry this assignment over to tomorrow so you get all the notes correct. So it's going to be TF, right? Minus TI. And I'm not talking about the rapper. Okay. Cool. So now we're ready to do some math. The next step is setting up your knowns and unknowns. And then before I move too far, I'm going to give you these first notes because it might be hard for you to do on your own. But later on, when you have your quizzes, you go out and do this on your own. And those are Fridays. So these are the first set of notes for you guys. Take a look. Now, if you copy it over to your document and you don't make your I and your F small, or you don't even make the delta, I will shave off some points because I grade for accuracy. And when I stamp my name on your report card, that means I approved you to do some math. So I'm not going to approve you if you ain't doing all the steps, okay? Okay, so I gave you the first set of notes I did for you. Now let's do the problem. So in physics, in math, you always need something called a known and an unknown. What do you know about the problem and what don't you know about the problem? So let's do that real quick. So known values and unknown values. What do we know? Let's go back to our problem. Well, it says here, an athlete sprints 71.3 meters in 6.87 seconds, stops, and then walks slowly back to the starting line in 12.8 seconds. All right, let's start with that first, okay? Let's pick this apart slowly. So the athlete sprints about 71.3 meters. Meters is your X value. So final and initial are what in this equation? Well, if you look here, we know he started at 0 meters, right? Because you got to start at 0 to get up to 71.3 meters. So XI, let me grab that from here, from our notes. XI, copy that from there and move that over, is, I got to turn it off too, equal to, the initial value is 0 meters. Again, I just explained that. 71.3 meters is where the athlete made it, but he had to start at a reference of 0 meters. So I'm taking you slowly through the calculations, everybody. The next part is what? XF. We already know that's 71.3 meters. That's where he ended, right? Before he stopped. So let's go ahead and grab XF. Okay. And bring that over. And turn it off. This is good practice so you guys can like generate reports. So 71.3 meters. I hope you're taking good notes. And if I'm moving too fast, write it down and then type it up the way I did. This video will be available later. All right, we got two situations now. So let's go back. Now, they say he stops, right? And then walks slowly back to the starting line in 12.8 seconds. So we're going to focus on part A. And then if we have time, because it's 10:49, we're going to focus on part B. But you got to have this stuff typed up by tomorrow to get credit, because we still got to review our objective one more time. Let me come down here. So the time, that'll be what? TF. So the final time was what? Well, that's whatever time they gave you earlier for him just to be sprinting. Or her. That's, you know, what you want to clarify. So format, text, turn it off, equals what? That didn't work out because it made it too big. There we go. Turn it off. Equals what? I said TF was, let's go back to our problem, 6.87 seconds. We'll type 6.87 seconds, right? And where's our TI? Well, that's going to be what? 0 seconds. from 0 to, what do they say? I can go crazy from 0 to 100. Well, you're only going from 0 to 6.8 seconds. All right. So let's grab TI. That's our initial. TI is for initial time. Make sure it's all formatted correctly for you. Equals what? It still did what it wanted to do. Why does it do that? I don't want to do what you want me to do, Mr. Tyler. And I'm going to make you do it, though. All right. Come over and turn that joker off. And yes, I will put the notes in the chat for everybody at 0 seconds. But I can't keep doing that because you guys got to eventually get to the point where you can keep up and type these reports on your own. Friday is around the corner, and you will see some of this stuff again. So basically, all of these notes are for part A of the problem. You got a part A and a part B of the problem. You got a part where he's running. You got a part where they're walking back. That's part B. So let's investigate part A. What's part A asking us in the unknown section? Well, part A says, come over here. And come up, and part A is asking what? What are the average sprint velocity? All right. So sprint velocity is the first one. So in part A, you're looking for, again, VAV. This is this part that we talked about a moment ago. And that's going to be equal to some number in terms of meters per second. Okay. Part B, you have some known values there too. So what are the known values? This is where they're walking. And they say what? Then walks slowly back to the start line in 12.8 seconds. Okay. So the starting line is your 0 mark. That's going to be your final. So basically, these values change a little bit. Let's change them up real quick. So the first one, you're taking this. It's not going to be 0 this time because they already went 71.3 meters. So you're going to put as an initial value, because at this point, they didn't ran to 71.3 meters. Now they need to walk backwards 71.3 meters. So you're going to put initial is 71.3 meters. That's where they're at before they start walking backwards. What else do you need? Well, remember I said it flip-flops because now you're trying to go back to 0 meters, right? So this is 0 meters for your final, or XF. Let's finish it up because it's 10:54. We got to keep going. Now I'm going to put these notes in here, talk about the objective, and we're going to finish it up tomorrow. So what do we have? We have these two values that change. TF is not, because you got to look at how much time they gave you this time to walk back. He took a little more time when he's walking backwards. And that's pretty much going to be 12.8 seconds if you see that there. So TF, 12.8 seconds. This is 0 seconds because, 0 to time. This is what they took. Now, don't get the distance confused with the times. All right, so we're doing part B. Where are we at? I think. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna come over. This is the part B unknown. And you have to edit the same way I do. So for part B, what are we looking for? Well, it's again, pretty much the average velocity in this situation for the person walking. Let me grab all this. Down. And boom. All right, so I'm gonna take a moment to pause there because we haven't even done all the math yet. We're gonna get into that tomorrow because I'm gonna give you guys 2 days to finish this. but you should be trying to, work it out on your own somewhat. So let me give you the first set of notes that you need to put in your Google Doc. And tomorrow we're going to do share outs because it's already 10:55 and I haven't done my objective yet. So I don't know if I'm going to have time to finish this problem. So here's the first set of notes you need. And again, if you look at it, it's not edited the same way as me. You want to, while you're in class, take those notes and put them into your document. And next, you need the second part, which is part B of your notes. Now, you're not finished with the problem because we still got to work the problem out. All we did is just set it up with our ingredients to make a meal, or in layman's terms or easy terms, we set it up so we can solve the problem. Grab this and put it here. Again, your TI, your TF, all of it has to be edited the same. If you copy it over, I'm not going to give you credit for that. You have to make sure it's edited the same way as my screen. If you don't, you will lose points. So do yourself a favor, start off strong, end strong. Don't cheat, don't cut corners. I will see it. I've been trained by the government. I don't play like this. Please do it the correct way. All right? Don't try to finesse me. I know it's Chicago hallmark to finesse people. Finessing me will only finesse your grade because I will see right through it. So set up your notes the same way, please. If you notice, VAV is not set up the same way as my VAV. You have to make it subscript. Okay? So it's 10:57. I want you to collect all those notes and put it into your Google Doc and edit the same way. You'll be able to check out the video again. But let me go through and give some more points out to, let's see here, Miss Walls. I'm going to try to put up my norms. The staff be like, you need to do your norms. All right, I'm going to do them 3 times. All right, we're working on it. All right, so you should see my screen, right, everybody? I would like Journey to read the objective and the terms for our class today.
Evaluate the definition of average velocity with respect of discipline and elapsed time. Classroom term of the day is average velocity. Word of the day is copious.
Very good. Copious. Okay. All right. Okay. There you go. So 5 minutes. Make your notes correct. I don't know if you want me to scroll up or scroll down, but those are all the notes so far. We're going to continue this tomorrow. So once the bell rings, we're going to talk about GGI. Let me get the links for you all. Yeah, sorry guys, I had to reboot because I couldn't hear myself on the microphone. I was like, what's wrong with this? All right, there it goes. So does everybody have their notes edited correctly? About almost out of time.
Yeah.
Awesome. Miss Greer, how about you? You got everything you need? Or are you going to review the video later?
Who put the townhouse GGI link in SB?
Yes, I can. I'm going to put them in all the classes in one moment. I'm trying to find it. Jalen, how you doing, dude? Making progress?
Yep.
All right. Try to get all the notes in there. We're almost out of time. So tomorrow when we share out, I'm going to be checking to see if everybody did what they said they did tomorrow in class. And I'll get you participation points for class. So please do that now. I need the GGI link. So I'm going to put it in the chat for you all. Then I'll post it in all my classes. Just trying to find it real quick. Copy link. Found it. Okay. That's for GGI or Townhouse. I think they do both. Townhouse first, but click on that link to head there. In 2 minutes, I'm going to be dismissing everybody. What's going to Miss Greer? Are you present, or did you step away? All right, I guess she stepped away. Yep, that's my clock. Come here. You're making noise. Shush, shush, shush. All right. Okay, everybody. So we're at that point. It's 11:03. Again, we're going to finish up the problem tomorrow and try to, while we're doing asynchronous, once you get done finishing the problem, you'll be able to leave, but you're still going to be responsible for the asynchronous problem. So the reason I'm doing that is because I'm trying to stretch out a little more time, because people say, you're going too fast, you're doing too much. All right, we're going to try it out at a slower speed. And if you take 4 days to do an assignment, I'm just going to give you a 0, because that means that you're just not doing the work, period. So try to get all these notes into the Google Doc like I've done. Review the video in case you miss anything. It'll be in SB by 4:30 today. And just try to, keep up in class. It's easy for everybody, because you start off with an A, but it's up to you to keep that A. And if you don't do the simple things I'm asking you to do, that A will decrease. Don't try to be slick. Don't try to be sneaky. What's going to happen is your parents will, and your parents are very concerned. So they will call me and I will tell them, no, they didn't do it. Because I'll look at my grade book and I'll see you didn't do it. I'm not going to want to hear no attitude, no argument, no nothing. I'm just going to tell them what happened. We're going to just go from there. All right. I have a 15-year-old. I don't play with these things. So it's 11:04. Everybody, please click on the GGI link and head to GGI. There is extra credit for at least participating. And I don't mean you're there and don't say nothing. Participate in GGI. I'm not playing, because I will be there and I'll be listening and writing down names to see who gets points. So it is 11:05. As I promised, I want you to have some time to stretch your legs and get ready for next period. Participate and go to all your classes. Each class that you skip or don't participate in, especially if you got ejected from class because you didn't participate, the teachers will be like, are you there? They're told, especially me, by staff, that you are to remove them and we will follow up. So get to GGI. I see Greer left. I was about to check on her. I'll see you all later on, if not tomorrow.
Bye, Miss Tyler.
See you later, sir. All right. All right, Rush. I'm going to close down and head to GGI myself.
All right, see you over there.
Yes, sir.